In this village, the daily routine ends before sunset. Children, animals, and voices vanish as the final doors click shut against the approaching dusk. When a traveler arrives and announces their plan to stay, the locals offer no hospitality. An old man by the well provides a single instruction: leave before night, or don't breathe loudly. As the sun sets, the villagers execute a survival protocol. They cover every window and secure every lock, enforcing an environment of absolute artificial silence. This behavior indicates a total surrender of the night. The entire population withdraws indoors, leaving the streets to whatever predator claims the darkness. The first rule of survival is a complete abandonment of the outside world by dusk. The perimeter of the home becomes the final line of defense. Morning light reveals why that perimeter matters. Footprints in the dirt appear impossibly long and narrow, stopping precisely at the threshold of the door without crossing it. The entity known as the listener makes no attempt to force entry. Instead, it paces with a slow, dragging step, stopping at each house to lean against the wood and wait. The door serves as a staging ground where the entity waits for a human error. It remains inches away, relying on the physical barrier to isolate the person inside until they make a sound. Because the predator waits for sound, the villagers have developed a second rule: master the physiology of silence. This diagram illustrates the survival breathing technique. By restricting the diaphragm and minimizing airflow volume, the villagers produce a shallow breath emitting 0 decibels. They suppress the urge for deep inhalation, maintaining a flat-lined acoustic profile even asleep. Survival in this ecosystem requires a person to consciously fight their own respiratory system every minute of the night. On the 5th night, the traveler's discipline fails. They cough once, a small, involuntary reflex that shatters the baseline of silence in the cabin. The dragging footsteps outside stop instantly. The listener anchors itself in front of the door, waiting in total stillness for the traveler to move again. It initiates an auditory provocation, a dry whisper through the door, repeating the command, "Breathe." The listener exploits panic to force a break in silence, capturing the specific pitch and rhythm of the traveler's lungs struggling to stay quiet. This tactical use of whispering allows the entity to map the traveler's unique sound, turning a basic biological function into an identifiable signature. By day 10, the traveler sits perfectly still in the dark. Midnight passes without footsteps or whispers, leading the traveler to believe the creature has moved on. Then the silence breaks. A breath originates from inside the room, perfectly matched to the traveler's own respiratory rhythm. A voice mirroring the traveler's own pitch whispers, "Now I know how you breathe." And so, the entity has moved from observation to perfect mimicry. Locks and walls provide no security against a predator that bypasses physical space by cloning the identity of its target. The architecture of the lockdown provided the entity with exactly what it needed. By isolating the traveler in a silent room, the creature was able to study their sound without any background interference. The danger lies in the precision of the replication. The listener focuses on capturing the exact vocal and rhythmic identity of the victim, turning their own presence into a tool for infiltration. The village's absolute silence removes all acoustic distraction, allowing the mimic to study a single target until it can replicate them perfectly. In this environment, The instinct to survive through silence eventually provides the predator with the data it needs to succeed. A person's own breath is weaponized against them, resulting in the total loss of their identity.